Let's be real, you're grinding every day, skipping out lattes, budgeting your Netflix like a Wall Street accountant. And yet your bank account still says nah. Why? Well, according to a Harvard professor who basically made it his life's mission to understand poverty, the problem isn't you, it's your brain. Specifically, it's trapped in something called the scarcity mindset, a psychological trap that messes with your decision-making, attention span, and even self-worth. Yes, you could triple your income tomorrow, but if your mindset doesn't shift, you'll still feel broke. Emotionally, mentally, financially, all of it. Meet Peter. A budget Bo. Peter's got a job, not his dream job, but hey, it pays rent, kind of. Except rent's due next week. His friend wants that money he borrowed last month, and just when his paycheck lands, boom, it's gone. Faster than he can say salary, he's tired. He skips dinner invites cause he can't afford to split the bill. And don't even get him started on his Christmas promises. He bought a fancy camera on installment, promised his girlfriend a new phone, and now his monthly payments are adding up like Legos he forgot he stepped on. So what does he do? Moves to the edge of the city to save on rent. Sounds smart, right? Except now, he's commuting forever and has no time to study or upskill. That English course he wanted, too expensive. Maybe I'll just use Duolingo again, he mutters, knowing full well he won't open the app. Sound familiar? It's not that Peter isn't working hard, it's that his brain is on survive mode instead of build mode. That's the scarcity mindset in action. So what exactly is scarcity mindset? It's when your brain gets so fixated on what you don't have, money, time, love, that it can't process long-term decisions properly. Instead of thinking, how do I grow? You think, how do I not drown today? And that's a trap, a brain bug, a system error that turns even the smartest, hardest working people into broke versions of themselves. So what exactly is scarcity mindset? It's when your brain gets so fixated on what you don't have, money, time, love, that it can't process long-term decisions properly. Instead of thinking, how do I grow? You think, how do I not drown today? And that's a trap, a brain bug, a system error that turns even the smartest, hardest working people into broke versions of themselves. The 3 hidden traps of scarcity mindset. 1. Tunnel vision. When you're in survival mode, your brain focuses on the most immediate threat, like rent or a bill, and blocks out everything else. Education, nah. Investing in your health, too expensive. Future planning, what's that? This is why some folks choose short-term jobs with higher pay over long-term careers that lead to real growth. You're choosing 20% more salary now over everything else later. It's not stupidity, it's bandwidth. Peter didn't stop learning because he's lazy. He just couldn't afford the energy to care. 2. Borrowing from the future. You know the drill. 1 swipe, buy now, pay later, feels great. Until all your income is spoken for before it even arrives. Welcome to the land of credit card chaos. Peter's in it. He buys what he can't afford today, digs a deeper hole tomorrow, and ends up stuck in the same job because he can't afford to take a risk anymore. And let's be honest, it's not just about money. Buying a car or house before you're ready can trap you into years of stability that's actually just fear in disguise. 3. Bandwidth drain. Imagine your brain is a laptop with too many tabs open. You're trying to focus on work, but rent is due, your stomach is growling, and your dating life is. Let's not talk about that. Now you're running low on mental RAM. So what do? You scroll, you stress eat, you make dumb decisions. This is why when you're hungry, you can't think straight. When you're lonely, you ignore red flags. When you feel broke, you don't network, you cling to anyone who smiles at you. Even those who appear rich can still act poor, because mentally, they're still operating from scarcity. Okay, so how do you break out of the scarcity mindset? Spoiler, it's not about time management, it's about energy management. Because even if you had 36 hours in a day, you'd still be tired, scrolling TikTok at 2 a.m., wondering why you haven't written your resume or eaten a vegetable in 3 days. So, what do? Step 1. Save your mental bandwidth. Stop making 5,000 tiny decisions. Ever wonder why Mark Zuckerberg wears the same t-shirt every day? It's not because he's broke, it's because decision-making takes brain juice, and he's saving his juice for billion-dollar stuff. So, if you're spending 15 minutes deciding what to eat for lunch, you've already lost half your willpower for the day. To fix, automate your life like a minimalist robot. Eat the same breakfast on weekdays, have a go-to lunch spot, no more Uber Eats scrolling spiral, set fixed times for emails, workouts, chores, whatever. These tiny things suck up your bandwidth, reclaim it. Step 2. Don't borrow from future you. You might think, I'll just buy it now and deal with it later. Newsflash, later you is still you, and she's already got a lot on her plate, like therapy, taxes, and that friend she hasn't texted back in 3 weeks. So even if your income isn't massive, save something. Anything. Not for a Tesla, just to protect your peace. A tiny emergency fund means less panic, fewer credit card traps, more power to say nope to jobs, people, and opportunities that aren't worth your time. P.S. This goes for time too. Don't cram your schedule so tight you need a spreadsheet to breathe. Leave room for chaos, because chaos will RSVP. Step 3. Do one important, but not urgent thing every day. Here's a life cheat code. The richest, most successful people, they spend time on things that don't feel urgent but change everything long term. Like what? Reading for 10 minutes a day, setting up auto transfers for savings, learning one new skill, talking to someone outside your bubble, fixing your resume before you need it. These are the slow wins that beat panic productivity every time. So, you're not lazy, you're just running on empty. The problem isn't that you're not working hard, it's that you've been stuck in survival mode so long, you forgot what thrive even looks like. You're tired, overcommitted, worried, and broke, not because you suck, but because your brain's been hijacked by scarcity. And the scary part is, even if someone handed you more money right now, without changing your mindset, you'd burn through it. You'd still be overwhelmed, still be in debt, still be stuck. Because scarcity isn't about your wallet, it's about your brain. But there's good news. You don't need to become a millionaire to feel rich. You just need a bit of breathing room, a shift in how you use your energy, a plan that actually works for you. Start small. Like, hilariously small. Watch one financial video. Save $5. Say no to that third dinner invite this week. Automate your bills. Unfollow that influencer who makes you feel like garbage. Every tiny decision builds momentum. Final pep talk: you're not behind. You're not broken. You're just tired. So instead of working harder, try working smarter with your mind. Protect your bandwidth like it's a precious iPhone battery. Say no to chaos. Say yes to the boring but freeing stuff. And remember, managing scarcity isn't about becoming rich. It's about not letting scarcity control you anymore. If this hit home, drop a comment and tell us your most ridiculous broke brain moment, like the time you drove 30 minutes to save $2 on parking. We've all been there. Like, subscribe, and let's rewire that brain together. This is Life Blueprint, where we turn survival mode off and build something better. Catch you in the next one.